Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another rap battle reaction. Today we have Freshy Canal, King Midas versus Medusa, guy who turns anything he touches into gold, woman who stares at whoever turns into stone. Anyway, the original video as well as Freshy Canal's channel will be linked in the description. Go support them any way you possibly can. Like, comment, subscribe to them, all that good stuff. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment. That being said, let's go. I'll try to break this down as best as I can because I know only like one major detail about King Midas.
Kicks in the bling, only fit for a king. I got iced out rings like a rink. Pour another vintage to drink. The original Richard Branson, richest man's a Mr. Banker. Boats full of gold so they don't even go when you lift the anchor. All my ships are backed up. I'm Olympus status. Who needs Olympic matches? Win medallions from all of my interactions.
Oh, you're here too, unexpectedly. Shouldn't you still be sitting at therapy? Life lived in toss for a sense of scale.
The tail of your head is one of heads and tails. I'm freaking flyer than the child that she died to free. You're out of luck, so don't roll these snake eyes at me. And while this outcome is unlikely, keep the veil down if you're ever a bride to be.
Cause I'm tired of your brag.
Okay.
Kicks in the bling.
Kicks and the bling only fit for a king because King Midas is a king.
Only fit for a king. I got iced
out rings like a rink.
rings like a
Ice rink, you get that.
rink. Pour another vintage
Pour another vintage to
to
drink.
drink. The original.
Get that one. The original Richard Branson. Richard Branson. English business magnate. Is he like one of the rich guys? I don't know.
Original Richard Branson, richest man's a
Richest Mansa, I'm Mr. Banker. I don't get Mr. Banker part, but Mansa Musa, I believe that was his name, was the richest man in the world. He was. I don't know what he did with all his riches, but he was like the richest guy in the world. You could not compete with him.
Mr. Banker. Boats full of gold so they
Boats full of gold,
don't even go.
so they don't even go when you lift the anchor. Basically, just bragging about his riches.
When you lift the anchor, all my ships are
On my ship to
backed
back.
up. I'm Olympus
I'm Olympus
status.
status.
Who needs Olympus?
Who needs Olympic matches? Olympus is basically heaven. Basically, he says he's basically a guy fit for heaven, even though his greed would not get him there.
Big matches win medallions.
Win medallions from all my interactions because anything he touches turns to gold.
From all of my interactions.
Oh, you're here too,
Oh, you're here
unexpectedly.
unexpectedly.
Shouldn't you still
Shouldn't you still be sitting at therapy? Medusa originally was a human. There's also Medusa Pharmaceuticals. That's weird. But Medusa was originally a human. She was the prettiest woman, so much so that Zeus fell in love with her. And I think it was Zeus, right? Is Medusa Greek? So she's Greek. Okay, so yeah, Zeus, of course, fell in love with her as Zeus tends to do, and his wife at the time was so jealous that she was like, "All right, you ain't pretty no more," and turned her to the ugliest person possible. And not only that, turned her into a monster so that she could not look at anyone she loved.
you still be sitting at therapy? Life lived in toss
Life flipped and
for a
tossed
sense of scale.
for a sense of
The
scale.
tail of your
The tail of your head is one of heads and tails. Yeah, there's kind of like multiple stories of how she got like that. Mostly people lean towards the god getting jealous, of course. But also there's a few other stories also because her head was who decapitated her? She was decapitated. Besides, Perseus. All right, give me 1 second, real quick. Sorry about that.
Love your head is one of heads and tails. I'm freaking flyer than the
I'm freaking flyer
child that she died
than the child that she died to free.
to free.
I don't get that one.
You're out of luck, so don't roll this.
You're out of luck, so don't roll your snake eyes at me. Snake eyes as in dice, roll the dice. Also, rolling your eyes because she has snake eyes. She's snake.
Guys and me, and while the sound
And while this outcome isn't likely,
isn't likely, keep the veil down.
keep the veil down if you're ever a bride to be. Because she is so hideous and she can't look at anyone or she turns them into stone, you know? Which is a sad, sad day.
If you're ever a bride to
Life.
Peasants tired of your brags being shoved down their throats. I'll do Grease a favor, turn your mouth to stone. How can a man so rich still have no values? Carry so many secrets, you look like a pack mule. His stupidity is understated. Thought a barbershop would have sung and praised him. It wasn't a close shave, everyone was throwing shade at the death of his own fucking reputation. Don't mistake placations, they gift you as tributes. Your people are laughing at you, not with you. Tired of your wealth and blatant misuse. Extra fool's gold they must slave and sift through. Run like the waters, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. And all I see in front of me is a bum of a father. I grew up in despair, and the only thing cooler than my lair is a hug from your daughter. I've been secluded for years without a dime. Grapes off a vine, still find time to whine. Act high and mighty, I'll be getting you stoned to death. No pound of gold can outweigh your loneliness.
Lonely lady.
Okay, Freshy Gal, you kind of fucked up on the casting here. Medusa's supposed to be ugly, alright? Alright.
to be.
Peasants tired of your brags being
Peasants tired of your brags being shoved down their throats because he brags. He brags about all this gold. All of this gold. Anything he touches can turn to gold, and he brags about it to his peasants, and he's like, whatever.
shoved down their throats. I'll do Grease a favor,
I'll do Grease a favor.
turn your mouth to stone.
Turn your mouth to stone so you stop talking.
How can a man so
How can a man so rich still have no values? Because he is the richest person in the kingdom, and he just have no values. Have no values. I get the money value. I get that bit. Because he values okay. Because he only values money.
so rich still have no values? Carry so many
Carry so many
secrets.
secrets.
You look like a
a pack mule. Pack mule. A pack mule. I know what a pack mule is, but just to get a reference, what a pack mule. Yeah, it's just a mule with a bunch of bags on its back. You carry so many secrets.
look like a pack mule. His stupidity is
His stupidity is understated. It really is, because I believe he saved another king from dying, and it was like a god or some shit or something, and they were like, I shall grant you the one wish for saving this man. And he was like, anything I touch turns to gold. And he did not think it through at all.
stupidity is understated. Thought a barbershop
Thought a barbershop
would have
sung and praised him. I don't get that one. Sorry.
praised him. It wasn't a close shave.
It wasn't a close shave. Close shave is barbershop.
Everyone was throwing
Everyone was throwing
shade
shade
at the death of his own.
at the death of his own fucking reputation. Because before he got the magic power, he was a good guy. He didn't have anything wrong, and when he just suddenly got greedy, and he was like, all right.
Fucking reputation.
Don't mistake placation.
They gift you as
tributes.
tributes. Your people are laughing
You people are laughing at you,
at you, not with you.
not with you. Because he is pretty fucking stupid, I will admit that.
Tired of your wealth
Tired of your wealth and its blatant misuse.
and blatant misuse. Extra fool's gold.
It's extra fool's
They must
gold.
slave and sift through.
They must slave and sift through. Fool's gold is fake gold, basically. And he's basically saying, you're not giving any of that gold to your peasants. Like, he didn't. He kept it all for himself.
At you, not with you. Tired of your wealth and blatant misuse. Extra fool's gold. They must slave and sift through. Run like the
Run like the water.
waters. Beauty's in the
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
eye of the beholder, and all I see in front of me
All I see in front of me is the bum of a
is the
father.
bum of a father. I grew up in despair,
I grew up in
and the only
despair.
thing colder
And the only thing colder in my lair, Medusa's lair is a cave, a very cold cave.
than my lair is a hug from your.
Is a hug from your daughter. The daughter wasn't canon until someone else rewrote the story. So basically, what happened is that I don't remember what happened, but I think let me look it up. Why didn't Dionysus is what happened? So yeah, Marigold, that's his daughter, um, ran to him for a hug, hugged him. She turned to gold, and she was a statue forever. I think.
From your daughter, I've been secluded for
That's a haymaker, by the way. I've been secluded for years without a dime.
years without a dime. Grapes off of
You eat grapes off of vine.
vine, so find time to
So find time to wine. Fine wine, grapes, wine. You get that. He also drinks wine, but he can't anymore because it would turn to gold. There's a lot of plot holes in the story, but also basically saying you eat grapes off of vines, man, and you still find time to whine about your life.
time to wine. I tie in my
I'll
be getting you stoned.
I'll be getting you stoned to death. Stoning is when you just throw stones at someone who's tied up to a pole and you kill them. That was a medieval way of execution, and Medusa turns people to stone. You get that.
To death, no pound of gold can
No pound of gold can outweigh your loneliness. Yeah, because the moral of the story is that greed can just hurt. It'll fuck you up, you know?
outweigh your loneliness.
Lonely lady, you rested in the temple till Perseus showed up and disconnected your temple. He got your head in a bag for a king.
It doesn't shock me. I get your head on a bag when I buy Versace. Try to stop me, my fortune's enormous. You bore me much more than your stories of horseshit. Athena's curse meant you an Ouroboros. You had snakes all around you before you were a gorgon.
The gods that I prayed to attacked.
It was Athena, right? Lonely lady, you rested in a temple. Basically, he's firing back. He's making a rebuttal, saying that I'm lonely. You live in a temple. It wasn't a cave. My bad. I thought it was a cave. It was a temple. It's an old abandoned temple. You rest in a temple. You have no one to love.
You rested in the temple till Perseus showed up
Till Perseus showed
and
up,
disconnected
your temple, killed her.
temple. He got your head in a bag
You got your head in a bag for a king, which yep.
for a king.
It doesn't shock
It doesn't shock
me. I get your head on a
I get your head on a bag when I buy Versace. Versace. The fuck is Versace? Is that Medusa's head? That kind of does look like Medusa. All right.
head on a bag when I buy Versace. Try to stop me,
Try to stop me. My fortune's
my
enormous.
fortune's enormous. You bore me much
You bore me much
more than your stories of
your stories of horseshit, because some of the Greek stories are a bit too much, you know.
horseshit. Athena's curse.
Athena's curse made you an Ouroboros. An Ouroboros is a creature that keeps eating its own tail. It eats itself forever.
Meant you an Ouroboros. You had snakes all
You had snakes all around
around
you
you before you were a gorgon.
before you were a gorgon. A gorgon is what Medusa is. Basically, snakes saying that. Basically, snakes snitching. Basically, liars.
The gods that I prayed to attacked and betrayed me. Now they're the prey of the monster they made me. History shows that my anger is righteous. You're sad because you're drowning in gold, poor Midas. Who cares about a king that was consumed by greed and fed his hubris until he had no food to eat? The human species now isn't a proof to me. You're just a cautionary tale that every fool repeats.
Alright, listen.
The gods that I prayed to
The gods that I prayed
attacked and
to
betrayed me.
attacked and betrayed me because she was too pretty. She was too beautiful. That the gods were jealous and they turned her ugly.
Now they're the prey of the
Now that they're the
monster
prey
they made
of the monster they made me.
me. History shows
Kinda. I don't think she killed any gods though. History shows that my anger is
that
righteous.
my anger
She does have a reason to be fucking mad because she was just the prettiest woman and she just turned ugly.
is righteous. You're sad because you're
you're sad because you're drowning in gold. Poor Midas, because Medusa was a poor woman. She was pretty, but she was poor. Midas was just rich.
Drowning in gold, poor Midas. Who cares about a king that
Who cares about a king
was
that
consumed
was
by
consumed by
greed
greed
and fed his hubris?
and feed his hubris until he had no food to eat because he couldn't touch food and he couldn't drink water because as soon as it would touch him or he would touch it, it would turn to gold and he couldn't consume it anymore because it was a fucking ore. It was a material. It couldn't be eaten.
Until he had no food to eat. The human species
The human species
now
now
isn't a proof to me.
is enough proof to
You're
me.
just a cautionary
You're just a cautionary
tale
tale
that every fool repeats.
that every fool repeats. People do repeat the story, but it's a really good story.
Alright, listen. Any barber hired freestyle would be way too scared. It shouldn't take Steve Irwin to tame your hair. Don't get ahead of yourself, this ain't a clash of titans. When you can't even survive the Percy Jackson's fighting. Your body's lifeless, and their commodity's priceless. The title of tidings, fuck Poseidon, take a stride. Show you all in new ways, call us further who gang. Not a single fuck about anyone looks like a golden goose egg.
Selfish self, so
Okay, so now he's just taking back, like he's just straight up admitting
Any barber hired
that he was greedy. Any barber hired for your
freestyle
style
would be way too
but would be way too scared.
scared. It shouldn't take Steve
It shouldn't take Steve Irwin to tame your hair. Steve Irwin, if you don't know who he is, just look him up. He's great. Rest in peace.
Irwin to tame your hair. Don't get ahead of yourself,
Get ahead of yourself. You get that.
this ain't a clash of titans.
This ain't a clash of titans
When you can't even survive
when you can't even
the
survive
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson's writing. What happened to Medusa and Percy Jackson? Percy Jackson is like the son of Poseidon or whatever. In Percy Jackson series, Medusa, a gorgon cursed by Athena, is defeated by Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase by using a clever strategy. Annabeth uses a cap of invincibility to make Medusa invisible, allowing Percy to decapitate her without looking at her directly. That is sad. That such a great character is defeated like that.
Jackson's fighting. Your body's lifeless,
You turn bodies
their
lifeless.
commodity's
I turn commodities priceless. You also turn bodies lifeless, bro.
priceless. The title of tidings.
Title of Titan.
Poseidon, take a stride.
Fuck Poseidon, take his trident, because he's the god of the sea. Trident, you get it.
Show you all a new way.
Show you all a new wave.
Coldest ruler who can
Coldest
Not a
ruler
single-
who cave. Not a single fuck about
fuck
anyone.
about anyone looks like a golden.
Looks like a golden goose egg. The golden goose egg was from Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm sure you understand.
Goose egg.
selfish self, so gross and uncouth. Dionysus wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot tube. You're not a master just because you got a cut tooth. The gold rush was a bust and you'll be one too. You're a wonder but you're wishing that it would never last. Midas touch you but the dust before you're ever lent a hand. No man or god of earth, my gaze, my revenge will be had, turning all of you to nothing more than relics of the past.
That would be a dope death battle, by the way. I'm just saying. He turned to stone, she turned to gold. It's like a love story right here.
Golden goose egg.
Selfish self,
Selfish of, so gross and uncouth.
so gross and uncouth. Dionysus wouldn't
Dionysus wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot tube. Dionysus was the god of beauty, right? Wine, fertility, theater, and ecstasy. Dionysus.
touch you with a 10-foot tube. You're not a master just
You're not a master just
because you
because
got a cut tooth.
you got a cut tooth.
The gold rush was a
The gold rush was a bust.
bust and you'll be one too.
You'll be one too. Gold rush. Don't remember that. Let me know in the comments what that was. But also because he's a bust, because statues, usually the head, it's usually only the head, are called busts.
You're a wonder but you're wishing
You are warned about your wish
that it would never last.
that it would never last.
Midas touch you but the dust
Midas touch, you'll bite the dust
before you're ever lent a
before you're ever lent a hand. You get that.
hand. No man or god of earth, my
No man or god averts my gaze.
gaze, my revenge will be
My revenge will be
had,
had.
turning all of you to nothing
Turn all of you into nothing more
more than relics of the
than relics of the past.
past.
This was great. Medusa definitely fucking won that one. She dominated. Anyway, I love Freshie Canal. I love when he pulls out these amazing rap battles. Sorry. Anyway, the original video as well as Freshie Canal's channel will be linked in the description. Go support him in any way possible can. Like, comment, subscribe to him. Go support his Patreon. And if you have anything you want me to react to, go and let me know in the comment section down below. I read every single comment. That being said, bye-bye.